before the fast tomorrow. You know, I'm very involved in trying to protect Israel. I have a system.
And that is the kind of censorship that I'm now dealing with. And I'm not complaining, by the way, if there were Jews. I think it was about 600,000. I think there were about 500,000 Palestinians. I could be wrong about those numbers. They're called Jordan. And 1/5, a tiny little sliver of traditional land was given to the Jews. And I was, I don't know why they made those charges. I don't believe they believe that I'm an anti-Semite. I've literally never said an anti-Semitic word in my life. But I believe that they probably think what they were doing was right in one way or another. And I think we all have this capacity for self-delusion to judge ourselves on our intentions rather than our actions. And I think if we're going to really heal the divide between Americans, which is one of the things that I'm trying to do with this campaign, is we can't react even to hatred with hatred. We have to react with forgiveness. So.
But those without an agenda may have reacted very strongly to the suggestion that the Jewish community was more immune.
And, I got support from all over the world, from people who've known me all my life and within the Jewish community. I'm very, very happy with the support I got. And I don't feel, like I said, I don't feel personally damaged by it. I just feel like I do not want to be the person who adds pain to the lives of other people who have suffered or are associated with that kind of suffering. And it replaced the mercury in almost comparable numbers that had been removed in 2003. By about 2016, it had been removed from many of the vaccines, but it was still in about 40 or 50% in multi-dose vials. But those vials were being sent to black communities, to poor communities. They weren't being sent to the suburbs. They weren't being sent to wealthy communities. And I wrote an article about that, saying that black kids were disproportionately being given this neurotoxin. And black kids already, as you know, and if you're concerned with, are already suffering from other neurotoxins like lead. 44% of urban black kids have dangerous levels of lead. To add another neurotoxin to that is not a good idea. I had written an article about that, and I was contacted because of that article by leaders of the Nation of Islam. The Holocaust was regarded as the nadir of modern human existence. It corrodes our own souls. So I think for me, my reaction was appropriate, I think, which was to say that that's not true and to try to have my say, but to not react, as you pointed out, with vitriol in return.
Right now he is, so let him speak. Thank you very much. No. He is running for president. We will have questions at the end.
We should thank you. Again, Mr. Kennedy, I respect the message.
We're going to have questions at the end, and if you're quiet now, I'll choose you first, okay? If you're silent now, I'll give you the first question. If you're not...
Kennedy, please. This is the only way I can get a message to you. Will you at least...
I asked why is this night so different than all other nights. It turns out I had no idea. Okay.
Scott Ritter is speaking.
Thank you very much. Everyone, please ignore her. And the only person in the Democratic Party running for president to oppose giving these murderers more money so that they can kill and slaughter Muslim women whose only crime is to not cover their hair in public. I rest my case. This is exactly the kind of thing that Bobby has fought against, and we call him an anti-Semite. You know, my friends, wait, you know my friends, you know what you're witnessing here? Do you see what I was just called? I am someone with a yarmulke and a beard, and this is what Jews are facing around the world. I faced this in Amsterdam. You can see the hatred, you can see the vitriol, and that's why we need, yeah, you look like you love us. With friends like you, my friends, now you see what the stakes are when we make false accusations amidst ones that have to be real. But let me just finish. Let me finish. This is what the Jewish community is facing around the world. These are the stakes, these are the consequences when we don't get it right.